Hi everybody, this is Carrie from Finding Value again. Thank you so much for continuing to watch my Whole House Decluttering Series. This is the 7th week of the year, and so we are doing more on our kitchens. We're going to declutter one little space at a time so we can get through this job and get our whole house in order by the end of 2021. My goal for this series is not only to motivate me by promising that I will do one of these small areas each week for the whole year of 2021 so that I can get my house exactly the way that I want it, but it's also to encourage you. So if this is something that you are needing a little bit of motivation and encouragement about, I would love for you to join me on this journey. There's only 6 places in my home that I have worked on so far, and that doesn't mean 6 rooms. That means just 6 tiny spaces that we have decluttered together. And if you want to catch up and watch those 6, please check them out on my channel. If not, you're not behind. You can always just start right where I am today and do a little bit in your kitchen with me. My goal for today is just to tackle the real problem areas, and that is the very visible spaces. So I'm gonna focus my main energy on the counters. There are things that I always see on my counters, and they're going to have to stay there, like the coffee maker. My husband has coffee every day, so that is not going anywhere. But things like the toaster that we don't use every day, spice rack, that does not need to be on our counter. We have a very small area. So I'm going to tackle the counter today, clean it off, make it more minimal, and I hope that we can keep it that way. The way that I think we can keep it that way is if I am finding really good homes for the things that are on the counter that I no longer want on the counter. So that is my goal, to go through probably my pantry area, which is actually just a small cupboard off of our kitchen, and take out things in there that we probably don't need, get rid of them, and then hopefully make a new home for the items that we want to keep that will no longer stay on our counter. In my videos, I love to have before and after shots at the very end, so please continue watching till the end. This may not seem like it will be very drastic to just show before and after shots of a counter, but I am thrilled for this process to happen. We have not much counter space, and so to free up that space, I think it's gonna make a world of difference in our kitchen. So here is an encouraging truth for you. You saw that big pile of dirty dishes in the sink, and sometimes that is just something I have no desire to tackle, but I timed it. It took me 5 minutes to clean all of those dishes, put them into the dishwasher, and even clean out this yucky egg pan, dry it off, and put it away. So I also cleaned out the yucky egg stuff from the sink. All of that within 5 minutes. We can tackle these things. We can do them. Okay, since I just got the dishes done, now the next step I'm going to do is put away the few things that are sitting out that actually already do have a home. So I'm going to get to that right now. I'll show you a few examples of things that do have a home in my kitchen that I just needed to put away, like this towel and a couple water bottle squirters that we use for an art project. The parts to our blender were sitting on the counter because my husband made a smoothie and it was drying, so I could put those away. This thermos and paper plates and even this bowl of fruit have other locations that I could put them in the kitchen. Another thing that I did was put away some of these scrubbers and our dish soap. I found a spot underneath the sink that I can tuck these away. I likely won't keep them there all the time, but it's nice to know that if I really want the kitchen cleaned up, I have a place that I can put them. I'll be tackling under the sink later. We'll declutter that together, but I also put a hook in my cupboard, and that will be for my washcloth. The last step to this kitchen counter declutter is to take a look in my pantry and get rid of a few items that do not need to be in here anymore. The things on the left I could rehome in a different space in my kitchen, and these vitamin bottles are old. I'm going to throw those away and recycle. The main items that I needed to find a space for from the counter into this pantry are the toaster, which is on top now, and the spice rack, which is on the bottom. Here are the fun before and after shots. This is the kitchen cart before we did a declutter, all we had to do was put away these items. And now we have a nice open space that we can use for preparing any meal. This is the space on the right side of our kitchen sink before our declutter. We needed to put a few items away, find a new space for the toaster in the pantry, and I am loving this openness that we have on the counter now, that we have just the one item that is our priority sitting out. Oh, the sink. I know that this will fill up again soon, but it just takes 5 minutes, remember, to empty out a sink full of dishes, and feels so good when you're done. We did a little bit of a scrub of the sink and just made it shiny again, and it looks so good. Lastly, we have the left side of our counter, and we needed to find a new home for the spice rack, put away a few items, and again, we have the openness that we need to maximize the counter space in our kitchen so that we can enjoy cooking and baking. If you have a tiny kitchen like I do with limited counter space, I very much recommend decluttering as much as you can off of the counter so that you have a maximum amount of workspace. It will really help me to enjoy using my kitchen again and make me feel like I have room to breathe. Remember, this is what it looked like before. What does it look like there? I have about 6 inches of workspace. That's not enough for anything. But now I have 3 separate areas where I actually can use them to prepare meals for my family. I'm very excited about this process. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. All year, I will be posting once a week showing a new location in my home that I am decluttering. I would love for you also to join me on this journey, either just to watch or to tackle your own home. I am really hoping to find a lot more peace and relaxation and joy through having less time maintaining the objects in our home that we don't really use that much will definitely mean more time for the things that I truly value. And I would love that for you too. So please subscribe and continue to be with me on this journey. Thank you.